Now, we all remember in middle school when we had this light up Velcro shoes. They weren't a hassle in the morning. Your mom would slide them on and buckle the shoe. You'd stomp and they would light up. Eventually, it was time for you to grow out of those Velcro shoes and learn to tie your own shoes. Many kids in our grade already knew how to tie their shoes, and this was around first grade when we all learned how to tie our shoes and would bend over to tie our shoes at the playground. Today, I'm going to show you how to tie a shoe. First, we're going to go over the materials needed and the steps to do so, and the benefit to society about knowing how to tie shoes. We'll first start with the materials. You're going to need your shoes with laces and your hands. While this is a very easy skill, it is so important for all these little kids and you to know how to tie your shoes. So, according to TEDTalk.com, we're going to learn the simple way to tie your shoes. You're first going to have your shoe untied and cross it as an X. You're going to loop one strand under and tie it. You're next going to make a loop on the one side, like so. Being ready to go to the next step where you're going to loop the other end around the tree. When we were little, this is how you would learn to tie your shoe. The rabbit ran around the tree and went into the hole. And that's how you tie the shoe the simple way. You can add a double knot by taking them and folding them in half like an X, like we did at the beginning, and tying them tight. We're now going to look over why it's a benefit to society to tie your shoes. According to GuelpOrthotics.com, it is important to tie your shoes for the shoe to stay on your foot. Now, if you have a loose shoe when you're walking or running, you know it's not that easy for it to stay on and you can often trip. Another important reason to have a tied shoe is that with having a loose shoe, it can cause strain on your ligaments and tendons that is not necessary. This gives exercises and breaks down the tendons in your feet. And finally is professionalism. You don't want to show up to a job interview with your nice shoes on and they fall untied and you don't know how to tie your shoes. What are you supposed to do next? Now there are some other different ways to tie shoes that can make your shoes interesting. As seen in the pictures, you can do more crisscross, straight up and down, tie it in the middle of the shoe, all kinds of different things. But when I looked at Fijian.com, I saw the boat tie. This boat tie is an easy way to make your designer or non-athletic tennis shoes look more professional and cool. So you take your laces and you untie them all the way. And you take the shoe and you fold the loop in half, sort of in half, not too small. And then you take this lace and you just wrap it around the shoe all the way until you reach the end and you put it through the hole and you tie it. While this isn't the best, it can look pretty cool if you do it right. Now, after going over the different ways to tie your shoes, the benefit to society, and the importance of learning to tie your shoe and how to do it, now you can go teach your little brother or your little sister how to tie their shoes. Now, this is important for everyone. You don't want to show up to high school with light-up Velcro shoes. That might be a little embarrassing. Thank you for learning how to tie your shoes and learning a new skill on how to tie your shoes a cooler and different way. Thank you.